Pass down Newton's Law. Peggy, what do we have here?
Man, we got an ATL legend, worldwide legend at that, man. This guy started at Westlake as a two-way standout, man. He was in the first round pick, man, in the 2005 draft, 6th overall pick to the Tennessee Titans, a 12-year NFL vet with the Titans, Cowboys, Bengals, and Broncos, a 2015 Pro Bowler and second team All-Pro. Like I said, an ATL legend. And one of the biggest voices on the podcast, Politely Raw, none other than Adam Pacman Jones. Man, welcome to 4th and 1, brother.
What's up, bro?
Hey, bro, appreciate it for having me. I done made it now. I'm on 4th and 1. Let's go.
Boy, stop it. Stop it. Now listen, Pat, I only know you to be one way, and that's a straight shooter. Huh? Mm-hmm. Now I'm expecting nothing but straightness coming from you. What's up with you and my good friend, Steve Smith?
What you mean, what's up with us? Ain't shit up with us.
Why you so strong?
Everybody posting the play about the busted play. Bro, we was in cover 2 in that play. I had to run the play. That was not my play to make. Like, if you watch the game against me and Steve Smith, it is about him. I got a lot of respect for Steve Smith. Steve Smith didn't do shit on me.
Outside of that one play.
That one play told it all. Or didn't tell the full story.
Okay. That's it, bro.
Say less. But this is what I would tell the people. And every single time I have an ear, I'm going to say it. Pacman, I went to his high school out of respect. And as you just mentioned, he was the 6th overall pick out of Western Virginia. That was my floor. Because when I first went to Westlake, I wanted to make sure that I was better than what they labeled the best. So a lot of talent that comes through Georgia, let alone Atlanta, it hits a little different. So, man, Pacman is a person that I've always admired, respected, his straightforwardness. But, as we're talking sports now, you have a very interesting, way of covering it, and I respect it. I love it. It's extremely entertaining. Give me your biggest matchups that you're looking forward to watching this week in football. Let's start with the college football playoffs, Pat.
Well, you know I want to watch Dante Moore because we had a chance to coach Dante Moore when he played with football.
There you go.
I think he is by far the top quarterback. Randall's a good quarterback, but he's a system quarterback. I haven't seen Randall check to his second, third read not one time the whole season. He do have a really good running game, and that gives him a lot of leeway to do the things that he's doing. But in the league, we all know that system quarterbacks are good, but you got to be able to go through your second and third league. It's going to be a long thing for you. I'm eager to see Miami. I think Miami going to win. These two dogs, they got up. And Carson Beck, if Carson Beck can play and manage the game, he's not a game winner. He's a game manager. If they can run the ball, I think Miami have a good chance of winning the ball.
So that was extreme. So for the people's understanding, Pac also helped me, with C1N and coaching the All-Star team. And he was actually there for a tournament where Dante was a quarterback. How soon or how early, as you observed an athlete, Pat, that you have to say or you acknowledge that this particular person is different or is playing at a level that if he keeps this up, he could potentially make a lot of money for himself. You've seen Dante at the age of, I believe he was 16, 17 years old. But just as you observe talent, whether coming out of high school, whether coming out of college, what is some of the things that you look towards being a bona fide athlete as you once were?
The first thing I'm looking for, does he have the effect? What kind of boy was fucking 15 of 15 that one game? When my first time seeing him, I mean, he had not one bad throw. Composure was good. But like you could tell the effect, are they coachable? Do they really love the game? And how much work they put in the fight? You can tell that off the bat. I'll use Chris as an example. Long, lengthy, he can run. At that time, he needed to do better getting in and out of his break. But like you can look at it. What's the kid who was from Carolina who's balling right now? With the and who was talking about from camp.
He went in.
He played wide. We played wide receiver and corner. Fast as hell. Had the afro.
Concepcion?
No. Concepcion?
Is that him?
He playing at Texas A&M now?
Yep. I think that's him.
I think that's him. He playing at Texas A&M?
Concepcion.
Yeah. He went to state and then at Texas A&M now?
Yes. He went to North Carolina State.
Absolute dog.
State then transferred to A&M. He was also a C1N. Correct. Concepcion.
Yeah. You can tell the way like they played and just the little things. Like one thing you can coach. Me and this up here. And Dante had it all. That's why he was player of the year in Detroit. Like we got early on and we knew that that team that we had 6 of them in the league.
And I want to ask a question though. Both of y'all first round draft picks. Cam, you also said that Dante Moore would be the first quarterback being drafted off the board this year.
If he decides to declare.
If he decides to go.
Correct.
But with Mendoza as the Heisman Trophy winner, does this game dictate, I guess, a difference of opinions of who will go get drafted first? Like, can Mendoza surpass Dante Moore?
That's a great question. This game does not come down to who wins, but more or less who performs better.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. A couple years ago, C.J. Stroud played Georgia in the semifinals to go to the national championship. C.J. Stroud lost that game, but C.J. Stroud put up unbelievable numbers, and if it wasn't for Marvin Harrison Jr. getting hurt, they may have won that game. Now, what you showed the scouts during certain games gives them the trust to say, okay, to Pac's point, they had the it factor. I remember going back to when Pac was at West Virginia, right?
Yep.
This is when the U was still the U. I will never forget this. Kellen Winslow was a specific individual that was top rated in that position of tight ends, but he was like the tweener. He was a receiver, but just a big body. Pac, that's when the Big East, it was on like Thursday night football or something like that. And being from Atlanta, a lot of people tuned in just to see what Pac would do.
Yeah.
That was his coming out party. You feel what I'm saying? Punt return success, defensive success, all those things. When you have the stage and when the stage is set, does it come down to wins and losses? Yes. But more important that people or scouts worry about, how did you play?
Yeah.
Did you impact the game where we're giving you this particular thought to say, hey, he's a number 1 pick?
Correct.
Number 1 picks have always been the person that's going to make the team different with the instant, attachment to that team. So when we look at Oregon versus Indiana, that's what this game is going to come down to. If Oregon wins and Dante Moore does not perform good, he will have another opportunity in the national championship. The same way for Fernando Mendoza. If he doesn't play good, you still have an opportunity if you were to win. But if this is your last game and you lose and you don't play good, you have months on end for people to analyze, critique, chop it up to decipher what's the lasting notion that we saw the last time you played.
Yeah.
So,
Pat, what's your thoughts on that?
And bro, if you look at Dante Moore and just look at him throwing the ball, every ball he throws is catchable. He looks forward, left. And I hate on Mendoza. I like Mendoza, but like you watch the film through the whole season, it's flawless, bro. Like you got the best ball there is in college football.
yeah. I say
Period, point blank.
Yeah.
when I compare the two, we're talking about Fernando Mendoza versus Dante Moore. Dante Moore's NFL comparison is more or less like C.J. Stroud to me. Very sharp, a pocket passer that has the capabilities of running, does not favor running. He scrambles to extend plays, can make every single throw on the field. And when I look at Fernando Mendoza, that's not to say that he's not able to throw the football, because he's throwing the football a showcase, throwing the football extremely well. But I think people, just like every quarterback, but Fernando needs more around him to succeed. as Pat kind of alluded to, that running game in Indiana is extremely underrated. And it gives a lot of opportunities for that offense to thrive. Play action pass, certain different dynamics of attacking a defense in second and short, third and short. You give chances from the philosophical point. But my comparable to Fernando Mendoza will be a more athletic Matt Ryan. You know what I'm saying? For Fernando. That's not to say that he can't run. That's not to say that he just runs. That's not to say that he can't throw or he just relies on throw. He makes extremely elite decisions. He has not put the ball in jeopardy a lot of times this year. Been very efficient. Passer ratings is through the roof, right? Decision making is through the roof. In large part, that's the main reason why Indiana is where they are right now. They don't make a lot of mistakes, but they make other teams make mistakes and they capitalize off of that. So if I'm in a position where Las Vegas Raiders have the opportunity to pick between these two, as of right now, the fortune favors Dante Moore for me because his upside is still here. Yeah. Now, Dante Moore has not been a starter for a long time or have meaningful reps. He started at UCLA, then transferred to Oregon and started there. But Mendoza, for me, has more film, but more impact and meaningful film has to go to Dante Moore because of his upside.
So real quick before we change topics, the national championship, who do y'all have going? Who do y'all have winning?
So I'll let you.
I got Miami definitely going just because the front, bro. They got everybody down on the sideline. I think the U.S. I don't know what Michael Irvin was on at his age right now, but I need whatever the hell Michael Irvin is on, bro.
But he got
I've never seen. He got to be 60, bro.
Got to be.
He's down there like.
Bro, he got abs. But check this out.
Yeah.
Hey, what's crazy is. So we had First Take Live, and Michael Irvin actually was there. And I asked him, I'm like, yo, like, playmaker, boy, you look good, dog. Like, what you do? He's like, bro, I do the same cardio thing. He was mentioning something about it, like a trampoline, high-intensity workout. And when, he does all his antics, that's how he really is. He's a very high, energetic type of individual. When he doing the BTA to the opposing team and things like that, that's not to kind of look at. And Pac, for whatever people don't say or like or will acknowledge, bro, Pac keeps his body in shape as well too. So I would hate to be that individual that be like, that's Cam Newton, but he done let himself go.
Yeah.
I just seen Pac a couple of weeks ago at the Bless the Babies Bowl, and I'm like, bro, you still in shape. You know what I'm saying? You can see body structure and body definition. Where it's like, okay, he's still doing something.
Yeah.
It's some players that you like.
Well, you don't even look like nothing.
Like, what happened to him?
Yeah. What?
You feel me?
Did he ever play?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for my national championship team, I think Ole Miss wins this game.
Wow.
I really do. And the reason is, if Ole Miss plays at their best versus Miami playing at their best, what we seen from Chambliss, or Trinidad Chambliss this past week, that opens up a whole different opportunity. Boy, you got that in you?
Yeah.
I don't think Ole Miss, or I don't think Miami really played against a bona fide offense that Ole Miss presents. Now they say defense wins championships, offense wins games. But doggone, that's not to say Ole Miss defense isn't capable. Yeah. Because when you got Pete Golding, calling the defense, they're in a very interesting dynamic, traveling back and forth to LSU. We understand that. More or less, those guys at their best, they still can compete. The question still will be in the following week, does Carson Beck not hurt you to win in this game? Because it's going to come down to him and his decision making. Yeah. Feel what I'm saying? And then opposite, I believe Oregon will beat Indiana in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. So I got Oregon and Ole Miss for the national championship. What you got, Pat?
Even though Ole Miss is getting Lacey back, I don't know. I do like Chamberlain, the quarterback. What years is this? How these kids getting all these years? I just in the whole other year in college. Like these kids are in college for 8 years.
Facts.
Bro, we talked about something, but what is your outlook on just the transfer portal as a whole? You know, kids, when you went to school,
Bro, they got 50 kids in the transport portal. 0.001 of these kids want to make the league. None of them don't graduate because they transfer in the full-time school.
so
Like,
what would be your message to a kid or an athlete that's in the transfer portal right now?
go somewhere where you know you like, and then it's not about the money right now because the money is going to be there. Like, when we grew up, we didn't go around playing for the money. And I know people can say that shit, but if these kids transfer 3-4 schools, they don't get a degree, and some of them definitely are not going to make it. Like, let's be like out of the 5,200, 5,700, whatever's in the transporter, like what am I going to say? 10 of them, 15.
Yeah,
If that.
potentially, if that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think for us to identify where we came from, it cost you to transfer.
And yeah.
It cost you time.
Yes.
It cost you,
Got to scout.
production. And I don't think a lot of kids are focused on development. Yeah. For my coaches, right, that is out there in the college football layout or the portal or the carousel, no matter. You have to be able to do 3 things.
What is that?
You have to be able to recruit, right? You also have to be able to re-recruit. Hey, I got a guy in Adam Pacman Jones that has had a successful season, but we may be the Kentucky. We may be the Mississippi State. Hey, we may be an FCS school. Had an amazing year. I have to be able to re-recruit him to get him to stay. Recruit, re-recruit. The third thing is coaches have to be able to develop. Because if one of my C1N players asks me, hey, coach, what I think about this? Hey, Pop, what I think about this? I'm going to instantly say, who has that coach coached? If you're sitting up here trying to take an athlete and say, hey, I want you to come to my school, my first thing is I'm going to look at the Carfax. I'm going to look at the resume. I'm going to look at who you have developed. If you don't have the things that I want or have done, why would I become a part of your system? A lot of coaches are out here that's hanging their hat on somebody else's success. Well, over here at Alabama, we do. Over here at Auburn, we do. Over here at UGA, we do. Over here at LSU, we do. No. Players, athletes commit to coaches more so than committing to programs.
Yeah.
When you commit to a coach that is at a program, you have to say to yourself, this coach is going to develop me into the player that I want to be the most. And if I'm not playing right now, that cannot hurt my thought process to the vision that I have. I'm a freshman right now. Maturity-wise, chances are you may not even be mature enough to really be the player that you need. If I'm taking the Adam Pacman Jones at 17 years old out of Atlanta, Georgia to West Virginia and then putting $250,000 in his pocket, a person that may not have had that, not even to get personal to Pac-Man, if you give Cam Newton $300,000 at 17 years old,
What?
coming out of Atlanta, Georgia, at the University of Florida, and you saying, hey, bro, do you think that you good enough to play? My mind will say yes. But as somebody told me, there's a difference between a football player and a professional football player. You don't know how to take care of your body. You don't know how to prepare. You don't know how to really get yourself going. See, some athletes could go out and party, and that was a part of their process. Well, for me, I had to isolate. I had to D&D. I had to really alienate myself to really lock in. And I didn't learn that until I went to JUCO, until I was at Auburn and was becoming more of a distraction by my presence of being places. Oh my God, that's Cam. Hey, take a picture. Hey, do this, do that. I didn't want that. Because I knew if we 5-0, I knew what was better than 5-0, 6-0.
Yeah.
But if I'm already celebrating that we're 6-0, I can't make it to 7-0.
7-0, yeah.
So those type of thought processes as an individual, a lot of these kids must look the person in the mirror and say, I'm not where I need to be. Circumstances have to be held accountable to the degree, okay, you may be in a messed up situation. I'm behind somebody that's, I'm not going to play here. That's different than saying, man, I'm mad that coach ain't put me in the game.
Yeah.
You're not ready yet.
But let me ask y'all both this, because Pat
And
said,
if
go ahead.
3 different programs, how can you get developed? How can you get developed if you're going to 4 different programs?
Yeah. But
That's a different offense here, different offense here, different offense here, different defense here, different defense here. You ain't even comfortable.
Correct.
Yeah, that's true.
Different type of techniques. Yeah. Pat, we just had Asante Samuel yesterday, and one of the viral clips that he even said was the difference between, I believe, the rolling step versus the T-step, right? If you go to a program where a defensive coach says, hey, man, I want you to do the T-step. But you just came from a program that's like, no, I wasn't coached like that. Mm-hmm. We dealt with it in 7-on-7. We understood that like, hey, bro, we only got these kids for 3 to 4 days. They're going to go back to their doggone coaches who really don't know football and have them play cover 2 20 yards off. Yeah. And he got the flats.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
So those type of things have to be considered. If you're trying to get developed into the finest version of yourself, going from pillow to post to pillow to over here, just because this team is paying you $75,000 more than another team, come on, bro, wake up.
But let me ask both of y'all this, because y'all said it earlier. He said it's not about the money. But even him saying most of these kids ain't even gonna make it to the next level. Like, how don't you chase the bag in a situation where now even Shedeur Sanders, like he's getting paid isn't as much as the new signee with Texas Tech. He's getting $5 million. Shedeur is at $4.6 million. Like, why wouldn't I chase the bag now if the NFL isn't a guarantee that I won't make it? Like, how do you decide which one is more important at this moment?
You can take that back.
Well, I think it's kind of funny that he getting paid $5 million. Oh, we was here at UC, and I watched him the whole year. And I'm all for players, but if I know that I got a chance of making the league, I'm gonna stick with my guys and bet on myself. Yeah. Now, we got some guys out there that almost know that they're gonna be college football. Okay, cool. If you want to jump around, I guess that's. Well, the guys who want to play on Sunday, you got to think about it a whole different way.
And I'm gonna give you a different way to think about it. That's a great point that you said, Peggy. Because whether it's true or not, these are all reports, speculation.
Correct.
We're not thinking about anything outside of just what he's making on the field from the Cleveland Browns.
Correct.
We don't know his sponsorships. We don't know all the other things that he may have. But what I will also say is, if you go to that NFL team and you perform, then what? Yeah. The challenge was always to make it to your second contract, because that's where the generational money is. Mm-hmm. See, the first contract, the rookie contract, gives you the foundation. The next contract gives you the generational money. Mm-hmm. It's the ability to say, okay, cool. Now you fool around and you make a third contract, Dak Prescott? Goodness gracious. Yeah. You done made a 30 ball, another 30, a dinner. You made a 60 a year? Goodness gracious. Yeah. Kirk Cousins. Teach me your ways. Yeah. So when you
all guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
So now you start to say, yes, we at an even level right now. Mm-hmm. But as we start to say, hold on, if Shedeur now shows promise and he's getting developed or he's playing better than expected, that next contract would not even be comparable, because you have a person that has went and got $5 million fast, has went and got another $2 million fast. Whether he's produced or not, I'm giving you the example as if he did not. Yeah. He got $7 million and he hasn't even gotten to 22 to 23 years old. Yeah. Whereas Shedeur at that same age, we at the same level now. But if I keep getting better or playing higher than expected in the NFL, I can go keep getting the bag. That's on the field bag, not even talking about off the field. It's not comparable. We're looking at right now. we looking at, man, circumstance that, man, if a Quinn Ewers would have stayed in college, he would have made more money for the Miami Dolphins. Well, if Quinn Ewers gets an opportunity to be a starter like he did in the latter part of the Miami Dolphins, here, if he's labeled the starter, you got incentives. Then you have to say, okay, he's a real starter in the league, and we have to pay him as such.
No.
That's what kids and athletes must understand. The vision has always been make it to the league. When you make it to the league, that's where the real money is. People are still trying to figure out this college football thing, because as soon as college football, college basketball gets a commissioner and they start putting salary caps and start putting restrictions on these players, man, we're not going to have quarterbacks making that type of money, especially if you ain't paying it out.
Yeah.
Man, I'm seeing certain quarterbacks make $2.5 million just to transfer to this school, all to have a 6-3 or 6-6 season, making the toilet bowl.
Yeah. Nah,
man, please, man, we didn't pay for this.
Yeah.
We didn't pay for mediocre.
And it ain't no refund.
No.
So that's real.
Come on now.
Well, go ahead.
Pac, let's get into the NFL real quick. Give me your favorite matchup this weekend for the NFL, for for a wild card weekend.
Oh, my favorite matchup.
Yeah. We got the Rams versus Panthers versus Bears.
Not that one. I like you know what? I like the Jaguars to beat the Bears. And I didn't think I would ever say this. Trevor Lawrence has been a bomb his whole career. Sunshine have been playing damn good this year.
Yeah.
This is the first year that he don't have double-digit interceptions. He got a damn good defense, and he got a lot of weapons on all. If they can go up in Buffalo and play in the cold and be 80% good, I think they beat the Bills. The Bills can't stop nobody. And I think they can stop the run. I think Jacksonville can stop the run. If they stop the run, it's gonna be a long day for the Bills. I think Josh Allen will be one and done again. And this is the year that Josh Allen supposed to make it though.
Got to this.
No Burrow, no Holmes,
no
Lamar.
and no Lamar, and the Eagles. I think the Eagles lose this weekend.
Ooh, my
To San Fran?
Yeah.
Say less. That's a bold take. And those are very valid takes. Yeah. But I'll give you one. The Panthers and the Los Angeles Rams.
What you got?
Man, if the Bank of America Stadium can come alive. Because this team just played 3 to 4 weeks ago.
And beat
them.
Yeah.
Convincingly. They got after the quarterback in Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
Even though we are high on Matthew Stafford, he may be the league's MVP this year. Yeah. But that's a regular season superlative. Yeah. And you can get Rico Dowdell or those running backs and Chuba going. Get T-Mac going on the outside. Bryce Young is making very great decisions with the ball. Man, watch out. Because I'm telling you, anything can happen in the playoffs. Yeah. Playoffs.
Anything.
Man, that wipe the record clean.
Man, we in now.
Yeah.
Whew, it's almost like making that flight. Yeah. It don't matter if I was late. Boom. As soon as that doggone boarding doors close, I'm good now.
I'm on now.
Let me get my crayon apple and my Sprite, baby. Yeah. I'm good. Yeah. Anything can happen. You can have turbulence. Yeah. We got to do an emergency landing.
But I'm on now.
Or we can be in front of the doggone time that we're supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Anything. So, for me, my biggest matchup this weekend will happen in Charlotte, North Carolina at 4:30. The Rams versus them Panthers. Cardiac Cats, where you at?
Cool. Man, before we get out, I have to tap in with this, man. Trayvon Diggs getting waived from the Dallas Cowboys. Micah Parsons had a lot to say about it. And he even tweeted, he said, I feel like what point is there trying to make publicity disrespect? I'm sorry. I feel like what's the point in trying to publicly disrespect someone? He's not representing the star anymore. Just give the man a farewell and wish him the best. I don't know why everything has to be negative every time a breakup happens. He's in a better situation right now. Trust me. Bro's gonna be great again. He doubles back and says, y'all want me to feel bad. Jerry Jones slandered my name to the Cowboys media and national media for months. So I do not think I can react to the comment if I want to, respectfully. So Jerry Jones, Michael Parsons, and we got Trayvon Diggs being a Packer now. What do you think, Pat, about Michael Parsons' tweets towards Jerry Jones?
Well, first of all, they tell you the relationship with Long and Big. Obviously, they're real close. The other part with between him and Jerry, that was a sour breaker. You know, with somebody, there's gonna be some words said, but you guys just gotta move on. I have no problem with what he said. I have no problem with. I don't even know what he said, but that happens, bro. That happens. You got the best two players on defense leaving going to the same team.
Yeah.
Of course, somebody gonna say something.
But I'll ask you this, Pat. Give me a story before you get out of here. Because for the people who've known you and followed your career, they've known or seen or witnessed you as a member of the Dallas Cowboys. When you were a member of the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones went over and beyond with protecting you. Tell us about that specific interaction in that time of your life, because even from when I remember, Deion played an intricate part of being a mentor for you, asking to wear the number 21 and things like that. Nobody ever denied Adam Pacman Jones' ability to make plays on Sunday. It was just trying to get Adam Pacman Jones to Sunday. Tell the people what that experience was like for you when you was in Dallas.
Well, first of all, like I was doing TA wrestling when I was suspended. And Dixie, who used to own TNA wrestling, like, who you want to play for? I was like, I want to play for Cowboys. So I'll never forget that. So we get through doing the wrestling. I had like 3 more on suspension. The last wrestling match I had, she called Jerry. I got somebody want to speak to you. It was Jerry. He was like, Dixie told me that you want to play with the Cowboys. I was like, oh, Jerry. I'm like, hell yeah, I want to play with the Cowboys. You know, I grew up with this star in my room. No lie, bro. 3 hours later, Jerry sent a plane with me. I flew straight to Dallas. Went to the Dallas Cowboy golf course. He was going to eat fried fish. We stopped up the conversation. And he was like, this is what I need from you. At the time, I didn't understand. Like, he was basically saying, we can do what you want to do, but don't do it with your ass out the street. So it's me, him, Michael Irvin, Deion. So he was like, all right, I'm going to talk to the commissioner. That's what I need from you. Like, I literally stayed in their house for fucking 6 weeks. Shitting on gold toilet, having a maid. It was crazy. It was crazy, bro. And then after that, I moved to the farm. Jerry got a big ass farm out in Prosper, Texas. Wachusett cows, lake, everything. So he gave me the lake house. And what happened, I just didn't understand what he was saying. Like, it was, I had 24-hour security, didn't like that. Okay. And like, I wanted to be outside still. But more of the story, like, he did everything in the that he could for him. Like, he actually a partner in the business that I got right now. Anytime I call him, he's always been there for me. The more relationship between Jerry is a lot more different than they relate. And if anybody knows Jerry, he like niggas with attitude. He like niggas with a story. He don't really cut dude. And that's the best way for me to put it. You know what I mean? The Jones family have been good to me to this day, still have been.
Man, I appreciate that because it shows maturity, it shows growth, and it also shows accountability. And when you look back and you see what you've been able to accomplish, but also looking back and reflecting on the things that you may have been able to even acknowledge that, hey, I need to be better. I think we all can say maturity matters as you grow into the best version of yourself. Hence, to the transfer portal and the athletes that's in the transfer portal, bro. Pat, it's been real, bro. Thank you, my boy.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Hold on. You got a country album coming out or a country song?
Oh yeah, Tailgate. It dropped January 20th. I got a couple more country songs that I'm doing too. Like I got a couple things that I got in the mix. I'm also and Burt Kreischer movie, Free Burke. Got a lot of shit that's got the January. So
I don't know who's your creative director, but it will be a subtle flex or a big boy flex if you can shoot your music video on Jerry Jones, dog, on Lake House.
On the farm,
On the farm. What?
That's a flex.
Yeah. That one already done, but I'm quite sure so I can get something done at the farm.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Pat, appreciate you, bro. Always love.
Appreciate you, man.
Oh, y'all, bro. Appreciate it. Politely raw. You smell me?
Yes, sir.